Gapwraiths. I don't know who named them, but he or she is almost certainly dead. You've never heard of a Gapwraith? That doesn't surprise me. They're not well known. They're not like zombies or werewolves or killer clowns from outer space. Plus, they actually exist. They're out there, as old as time itself, and just as destructive. You don't believe me? Well, don't worry. You will. Gapwraiths live between worlds, in the narrow cracks between realities. There are no stars, no lights, no air, no warmth, no nothing. They just drift, all alone in a deep slumber, for years, sometimes centuries, until the time comes for them to feed. And then they awaken. And let me tell you, like anyone who's overslept, their appetites are voracious. So they sniff out the nearest universe and sleer their way inside, and sniff out the noisiest, smelliest, meatiest looking planet, which usually turns out to be a version of Earth. And then the hunt begins. You know, they might not look it, but they are very efficient predators. They're quiet, they're precise, and they leave almost no trace, unless you count the trails of slime, thick like snot and with a sour scent of vomit. And once they set their pale yellow eyes on you, there's no hiding from them. They can get in anywhere and lie in wait for as long as it takes. They could be the monster in the closet or under the bed, the creaking in the attic, the dripping in the basement, the silhouette in the fog, the echo in the alleyway, the movement between the sheets, warm and wet and wriggling over your bare feet. They can squeeze into any space, along a drain pipe, under a door, up a plug hole, around the U-bend and into the toilet bowl. And of course, into the moist, mushy insides of a living human body. Oh yes, humans are what they like to chew on. And they never discriminate. Men, women, old, young, rich, poor, all potential meals. They just can't get enough of those crunchy bones, squishy brains and juicy organs. Oh, to sip on hot blood, to gnaw on a beating heart. How they love it. Every last mouthful. And they like large courses, entire families, entire neighborhoods, sometimes an entire town. Anyway, once they've had their fill, it's time to leave the party. So they slither out through a split in space-time and return to the black void, ready for a long, sweet snooze in the blanket of nothingness. But not always. Sometimes they stick around. The clever ones, anyway. You see, once they've hollowed out their human host, they have the perfect disguise. They can slip into that skin as if it was a new suit. Snug, stretchy, seamless. And now they can blend in. A cuckoo in the nest. A hidden infection. And now they're free to take their time, to enjoy the hunt, to savor their food. Believe me, they do. You think that sounds unlikely, do you? You think that I'm spinning you a web of yarn? Well, it's okay. I'm not offended. You'll find out soon enough, I'm sure. for those of you who do believe me. If you are now terrified that a Gapwraith has entered your reality, has slithered deep inside, and has wrapped itself inside the skin of a family member, a friend, or a neighbor, and you're wanting some advice, well, what can I tell you? Arm yourselves. Sleep with one eye open. Send your family members far, far away. Lock your doors and windows. Scatter salt in a wide circle and step inside. Pray to whichever God you believe in. It'll do no good, of course. But there's nothing like a little false hope to get you through the long, dark nights. Well, it's getting late and I have places to be, people to see. Thank you for your time and for being such a good audience. I do hope we can meet up again at some point very soon. In the flesh. Till then, sweet dreams.